The NHL season is just around the corner, and in Buffalo there's plenty of focus on what veteran winger Jason Zucker can bring in his return to the Sabres lineup. Zucker begins the first season of a 2-year extension, a deal that came with a slight pay cut but also a show of faith in a team desperate to finally end its long playoff drought. At 33, Zucker isn't the flashiest forward in the league, but he proved last year that he can still deliver steady production, finishing with 21 goals and 53 points in 73 games. After a down season before that, those numbers were exactly what Buffalo needed from him, dependable secondary scoring at a mid-tier salary. This season, expectations are straightforward. If Zucker repeats or slightly improves on last year's totals, he will more than justify the deal. A target of around 20 to 25 goals and close to 60 points would be considered a success, particularly on a roster where younger stars carry most of the offensive load. Zucker's experience, work ethic, and willingness to buy into the team's long-term vision all add intangible value beyond the stat sheet. The structure of his new deal reflects that reality. Zucker has limited no-trade protection, able to block moves to only a handful of teams, which means if Buffalo stumbles again and falls out of playoff contention, management could move him for future assets. On the other hand, if the Sabres finally find themselves in the mix, Zucker could play a crucial role in stabilizing their forward depth, making his signing look like a shrewd piece of business. For now, the focus is on what he can provide in the here and now. He's almost a lock to reach at least 15 goals, but pushing that number higher will determine whether he cements his place in Buffalo or becomes trade bait. The Sabres are betting that Zucker's veteran presence and reliable scoring touch will help guide them through a pivotal season. For Zucker, it's another chance to prove he can still be a difference maker on a team hungry for progress. The line between those two outcomes is thin, and the season ahead will decide which path both player and team take.